What's up, guys? It's your boy Jimmica here, coming at you with another deck tech. This is my Eternal Ultimatum deck. I had this idea of playing with Wildfire Eternal for pretty much the entire season. Like everyone says that, oh, I have this idea, but I never actually put it. Everyone says it all the time. It's like, yeah, I had that idea first, whatever. But I did. I was really thinking about it, and I never really put a deck list together. The idea being that you could cheat in it's crazy instant sorceries. And what's the best instant sorcery to cheat in? Ultimatum, obviously. But like I said, I never really put it together. And then all of a sudden, Back Alley G who made a deck list for it. He actually did make a deck list. It was more Grixis based. In fact, it was actually more black based. I think it was a lot of black in the deck. But it did okay. He did okay. He put it in a league, and it went okay. But I thought if he can do it, I can do it. And he had a couple of cool ideas, so I kind of took some of his ideas and I figured that blue red would be the best, and just splashing black for the cruel. It's kind of hard to splash for a triple black spell, but I made it work. So this is Eternal Ultimatums. So like I said, the combo is casting a Wildfire Eternal turn 4, and then when it attacks, it's not blocked. It'll cast an instant sorcery from your hand without paying mana costs. That's one being Cruel Ultimatum, which starts pulling you way ahead. Shades of Briar Moss's old Living Lore deck, where you had Living Lore and Cruel Ultimatum. Shades of that, really. So let's just get right into it. Mana base, 25 lands, 4 Necropolises, 3 of each of Dual Lands, Bloodfell Caves, and down here is Submerged Boneyard. The islands and mountains are split. I'm not sure what is better. The mana count is actually really interesting. It's actually very close to each other. I think it's actually almost one more red mana symbol than blue mana symbol. But you have double blue spells and double red spells, so I'm just gonna take the gamble of just splitting it right down the middle. And the Singleton Rogue's Passage will probably get me in trouble at one point, but it is an uncommon way to make your creature not be blocked. Eventually, you do just have enough mana sources to do everything, so just having this one, I don't think is that detrimental. That being said, it probably will screw me over, but it is fine to have an uncommon way to make your creatures not be blocked. Even though I only have 7 creatures, it's still good enough to have. Chain Lightning, it's just a pretty efficient burn spell. Easy, good removal, and it goes to the face, which is really important. Actually, for a while in the slot, I didn't even have Chain Lightning. I had Museum Mortars, which is really good. It does kill a lot of things that Chain Lightning doesn't kill. Most notably, Band Trailblazer. That's just a big one. Other Wildfire Eternals, I guess. It's 1/4. So, yeah, but Chain Lightning does go to the face, and eventually, your ultimate plan is just to dome them. Just, cast burn spells at their face. It's usually the way you end the games, most likely. Anticipate, Goals of Research, kind of my blue card drawing package. It's not always about getting a max amount of cards, it's about finding the right cards. So Anticipate is good for the job. So is Goals of Research. Break Through the Line, my sick one of. Makes the target creatures power 2 less, gain haste, and can't be blocked. So all my creatures have 2 power less, Wildfire Eternal being a 1/4, so this just makes it so that obviously the Wildfire can't be blocked, and then you can cast one of your crazy spells. Great card. It's good enough as a 1/of. I had 2 for a while, but it was just too much space. And a lot of times you can just kind of push through your creatures anyway through your burn spells and whatnot. So I might go back to 2. I'm not really sure yet. Slagstorm. I'm feeling that the meta is more aggro, so I'm putting a lot more emphasis in the main deck on sort of board wiping type spells. So Slagstorm gets my nod here. Also, at worst, it just goes to the face again. So, like I said, I had Radiant Flames at first. It was easier to cast, sort of, but not really. So kind of needed some black sources. Sometimes you just have blue-red plans, and it didn't really kill everything. But the magic number here is 3. Also doesn't kill my own Wildfire Eternal. So, good. Counterflux on blue-red. I might also have some uncounterable counter spells. I'm not sure if it's actually even necessary main deck. But I did want some answers to bigger creatures and permanents. Imperial Mask is really annoying. Things like that. It's just kind of a overall catch-all thing. Wildfire Eternal, just talked about already. It's best to combo with Cruel Ultimatum, but there are also other spells you can combo with it. It's actually really the afflict thing is really good because once you get them down to a really low life total, they don't really have a choice. So whether it's unblockable or not, they don't really have a choice in blocking. Either they take the 1, and then they risk getting the Cruel Ultimatum, which they probably know I have, or they take 4, which is like a lot of damage. You know, it's actually a lot. So you get people to the situation where you have multiples of these, and they're probably at like an 8 to 10 range, and they're probably just gonna die no matter what happens if they don't just outright kill the creature. So it's a pretty like interesting card. Actually, I've actually had a lot of fun with it. Cruel Ultimatum. Do I need to really explain how great Cruel Ultimatum is? Um, it just has. It's like a what was like a 7-for-1 or something like that. I don't know. It's a ridiculous thing. It's a ridiculous spell to play. And I have to play the full 4 because it's so good to combo with the Wildfire Eternal, and it's just good to have on its own. One draws into another usually, and it's just a great card. Aether Spouts, again, more like emphasis on the aggro matchups, specifically for heroic. It's okay against red deck and other random like mono black, like the aristocrats. It's kind of okay against it, but just destroys heroic. It's just so super good. Is it Chronarch? It's really good with a Cruel Ultimatum when you kind of have you can bid them early and then get them back with Cruel Ultimatum, or gets back Cruel Ultimatum so you can bring Wildfire Eternal. It's a fun loop. I played this in my old fans of the channel will know that I played this in season 4, Cruel Control. So I'm a fan of like getting back my spells with Cruel Ultimatum. Prophetic Bolt is probably the reason I am blue-red. I love this card and I wanted to play with it. And at first I had 2 and I was like, this is okay. And then like, but it's actually like the next best thing to cast off of with a Wildfire Eternal trigger. So it digs you into the Cruel Ultimatum, so it's pretty great actually. I immediately jumped up to 4 because it's just so good. Like I said, at worst it goes to the face, but it does kill other like random idiot creatures that are just in your way. You think the water and like the impulse effect is very good. So it's another great 2-for-1 on a top end spell, which I really like. Sideboard, once again, I'm mostly trying to hedge against like the red decks and the heroic decks, which I perceive are my worst matchups. Also, on a black aristocrats deck with like the 8 Mesmeric Fiend Brain Maggot decks. So my sideboard's kind of done towards that. So I have 3 Flash Freezes and a Douse for just countering burn spells or creatures. It's a ridiculous amount of spells. I actually have a lot of spells that deal with creatures. They all are sorcery speed, so I need some instant speed sort of like counter spells for that. 3 Displacement Wave for the heroic matchup. I'm not losing to heroic today. I'm putting my foot down. I am not doing it. I am not doing it. So Displacement Wave is there for that. Also just bounces random permanents. You can bounce like for 7 mana, you could bounce Imperial Mask. Why not? Which is also a very annoying card to deal with. It's kind of like you can't beat Imperial Mask in this deck. I should probably play a Null, but I'm not. Sentinel Totem for the graveyard decks and the Immortal Servitude style decks. I mean, it's the best deck guy. It kind of sucks to play with you. Like, it kind of messes up your Is It Chronarchs, but it's kind of whatever. Extra counterfluxes for like random control matchups or mid-range matchups where kind of smaller burn spells aren't really good. Extra Slag Storm, or this is mostly for mono red. Actually, everything is like 3 power. It sucks against Hellrider, but it's good against everything else, really. And Cutting Spark Mage, my little super tech here, kind of against the aristocrat style decks. A lot of them are like one toughness creatures, so just like shooting out a creature every turn is really good. You really want like repeatable damage against that deck. I've kind of like thought about, especially like annoying like a Bloodthirst Vampire is really important, or just picking off like cutthroats before like their board gets too big. That's kind of where I'm going with that. I'm hoping the card's good. So yeah, I ran through like 2 leagues with this deck. I had like mediocre results, but I still think the deck's a lot of fun. If you like cheating Cruel Ultimatums, this is the deck for you. So we're gonna get into a tournament today. I'm not streaming, just recording. I literally just woke up, so I'm not like feeling the stream right now. I said I will stream one day. I'll probably stream tomorrow, but yeah, I'll cheat some Cruel Ultimatums, have some Wildfire Eternals, and do the thing that we do